Hey everybody, Father Marshall Shelley here from St. Peter's Episcopal Church in Spotswood. Very excited to welcome you to our Lenten series, a read-along of Dante's Inferno. We're going to be taking on the cantos throughout the season of Lent, going from the first moments when Dante awakens to realize that he is in a spiritual crisis and that he has a journey to make. The testimony that he offers of his descent through Inferno gives us a way to look at our own selves and take a look at the world around us and figure out how we might respond in some of the ways that Dante does. How do we deal with those challenges of the fixity of sin in our lives? And also, how do we turn our faces, our hearts, our minds back toward God, that metanoia of redemption that he is seeking and pointing to when he makes his journey. So join us for that. There are going to be a series of PowerPoint presentations narrated by me. There are also going to be an opportunity when we gather in person on Sundays to have a conversation at an open table during our coffee fellowships, where we'll take on and discuss these particular cantos that we review each week. The reading guide is available on our website, and we hope you do avail yourself of that. We're going to be using Robert Kinski's new translation. There is a verse translation into English, and also he's offering an opportunity to look at, and if you're pretty good with 14th century Italian, take a hack at reading it. He's very intentional about trying to preserve a rhyming scheme that works in Italian, but takes some effort on our part to hear it and perceive it in English. The desire that he had is Dante's to depict that sense of going down a slope. So the rhyming scheme actually descends as we do into the Inferno as Virgil and Dante make their journey. And of course, we look forward to sharing that journey with you. So please do enjoy this. And at the end, I'll come back and offer you a few words of encouragement as we take on the next set of cantos. See you soon. Dante's Inferno is not just a story about hell. It's an allegory of the human soul. Every character, setting, and action represents a moral or a spiritual truth. In the first four cantos, Dante establishes the symbolic framework of the entire poem, how people lose their way, how reason helps but cannot save on its own, and how divine justice operates even before punishment begins. Dante begins lost in a dark wood, which symbolizes a state of spiritual confusion and sin. Doesn't know how he got there, suggesting that moral failure often happens gradually and without awareness. The hill above him, bathed in sunlight, represents salvation and closeness to God. Dante can't reach it directly. His path is blocked by three animals: a leopard symbolizing temptation or fraud, the lion represents pride or violence, and the she-wolf, probably the most dangerous creature of all, symbolizes greed, uncontrolled desire. These beasts show that sin traps the soul, prevents upward movement. Dante cannot overcome them alone. So when Virgil appears, he represents human reason, classical wisdom. Reason can recognize sin and guide us through it, but it can't bring salvation. That limitation becomes crucial later. Canto 2. The night falls, a symbolic moment of doubt. Dante fears he's unworthy of the journey, showing how fear itself can become a spiritual obstacle, a blockage. Virgil explains that Dante's journey was initiated by divine love, but not by Dante himself. Symbolic chain of grace unfolds. Mary represents divine mercy. St. Lucy represents spiritual illumination. Beatrice represents divine love and faith. And together they show that salvation begins not with human strength, but with grace. Dante's courage returns only when he realizes that he is loved and guided from above. Gate of Hell bears the famous inscription ending with "Abandon hope, all you who enter here." Symbolically, hell is the absence of hope because hope requires change, and hell is eternal fixity. Inside, Dante encounters the neutral souls who refuse to take moral stance in their life. Their punishment reflects their sin. They chase blank banners, symbolizing lives without purpose. They're stung by insects, representing the constant irritation of meaninglessness. Dante's message is harsh. Refusing to choose good or evil is itself a moral failure. The river Acheron represents the final boundary between life and judgment. Charon, drawn from classical mythology, that eternal boatman, symbolizes the inevitability that death comes for us all. Dante's fainting on the shore of that river shows the human mind overwhelmed when first confronting absolute justice. So that takes us to Limbo. Once they cross the river, they're at the first circle of hell, and it is symbolic and it's quiet. There's no fire, no screaming, only longing. Limbo holds virtuous pagans and unbaptized souls who lived morally but lacked Christian faith. Their punishment is not suffering, but eternal separation from God. The castle with 7 walls symbolizes human achievement, philosophy, art, logic, reason. Great poets and thinkers reside here, including Homer, Horace, Ovid, even Virgil himself. Dante's inclusion among them represents poetic honor, but also foreshadows a truth. Human greatness alone is not enough for salvation. Reason can guide, but faith must complete the journey. The first 4 cantos, Dante shows us that hell is not chaos. It is in fact order without mercy. Sin is chosen, consequences are fitting, and guidance is available only if one accepts it. With Virgil as reason and Beatrice as divine love, Dante is now prepared to descend deeper and to confront sin face to face. So there you go, the first 4 cantos. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you take an opportunity to pick up a copy of Pinsky or even your own translation of Dante's Inferno. There are so many available, and join us on the read along. Please do take part and offer your comments, your reflections, your support, and redirections if we missed something. I look forward to seeing you later on in the series, and of course, for this journey we're about to take through Lent. We're happy to welcome you home to St. Peter's. Again, please like and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. We will see you around campus soon, I hope. Take care and God bless. Bye-bye.